I believe that the most important part of education is what kind of person our students become. Are they leaders? Are they service-oriented? How do they live out their faith and values in everyday life? And I hope that we at OLG educate our students to be creative problem solvers and critical thinkers. At OLG, a big part of our education is service, and I want our students to be prepared to go out and make a difference in the world, to have the confidence that they can, and to have experiences that they can take with them. I see the Juan Diego Project as one of the hallmarks of an OLG education. I think it's one of the most exciting things we have going here for our students as they prepare to graduate.
As Ms. Ramos said, the Juan Diego Project is kind of the paper on the package to our service here at OLG. Originally, we started small with our service.
I think service is really important for everybody to understand, for them to do it, and so why not third grade?
I remember that in third grade, we brought diapers and other objects to mothers in poverty. Unfortunately, we were too young to interact directly with the parents.
I think that the main goal of the 7th grade service project is to get students ready to choose their 8th grade service project, but it takes service from outside of the school building and the school community over 65 dinner out into the real world, interacting with actual people who are in need of services.
I decided to do my Juan Diego service on immigrant education, many of whom are in a financial struggle. And what is the best way to escape poverty? The answer, education. I want to provide an option for the poor and vulnerable.
So options for the poor and vulnerable is one of the 7 principles of Catholic social teaching, and it essentially comes out of the life and dignity of the human person, and it goes far beyond we should help the vulnerable among us. It's the idea that from the teaching and life of Jesus, we are taught to put the needs of the poor and vulnerable first.
Ethan wasn't the only one who tutored immigrants. With everything that is going on in our country right now, education is not the top priority for immigrants at the moment. Nevertheless, it is hugely beneficial to the success of immigrant children.
For my Juan Diego project, I tutored at West Seattle Elementary in the CLC program. As an immigrant, and more specifically, and importantly, a student, I wanted to give back and assist them. From the research I did, I discovered that a superior education is the golden ticket to a successful life.
Unless you've been living under a rock, you know about the social injustices that occur because of cultural differences. But as Frances covered in her project, there's a self-confidence aspect wedged in a stack of problems that helps comprise education. Children are the targets here. The fact that bullying is at an all-time high for this generation is a massive red flag, which will create a population of adults who are scared and insecure. To my surprise, performing in a live play can boost one's self-confidence. Applause triggers pride. I decided to do my Juan Diego project with Sing Out Seattle, an acting program run by 3 former Broadway stars. These 3 came to our school for 6 weeks, directing and producing the production of Nemo. Not only am I trying to help kids with low self-confidence, but along with Ethan and Frances, we are trying to develop children with strong personalities and senses of individualism.
One of the easiest ways to combat bullying is through solidarity, sticking up for one another despite race, heritage, and economic classes. It's much easier to repel bullies with numbers. Having someone to stick up for and be a person you can lean on creates a stronger force to stop bullying in its tracks.
Solidarity, I feel, is probably the most important Catholic social teaching for middle schoolers to learn about. It's the empathy one. It's the one that calls us to care, calls us to act.
Together we can
Build a strong foundation for education
and shape a confident new generation.